Something is available between two human beings in particular. It actually could be more, but what's available right now is most available through two human beings coming together. It is not at the level of familiarity and what makes you feel safe. It actually transcends that. Where it lives is that your many lifetimes you have lived with skill sets and all sorts of personality developments with a degree of silliness and play and a sense of adventure about life that lives in a very specific frequency. And you emanate that from every cell of your being. And there are those that have seen you in lifetimes before, and those that have seen you in lifetimes before who actually have been sent on trajectories around the universe to come back here. And the more you don't try to help them, the better it is, because the more you get to decide to go on the adventure together, and the love occurs and starts to unfold and blossom within the coming together of the two of you, deciding to be you as your unique piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth, them as their unique piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth, in a complete state of not knowing but willing to go on the adventure of discovering who we really are as a piece of the puzzle of heaven on earth, as a new entity called you and them together. But in order to have the third entity called you and them together, the vortex of yesness that lives there, you have to be willing to go on the adventure of you relentlessly. And they have to be willing to go on the adventure of them relentlessly. Not trying to fix or change the other because you have unique journeys, but with total mutual respect for the journey that each other is on, with unconditional love. Because you'll see each other's difficulties, you'll see what you've been, in fact, you'll probably even have similar amounts of heartbreak from what you've been through. And your job is not to fix it or change it or to acknowledge your discomfort at whatever they're going through. Your only job is to love them, that's all. And then, from there, you get to go on the third adventure. Not your adventure, not his or her adventure, but the third adventure. The third adventure is this incredible vortex of creative flow that equals two unique pieces of the puzzle coming together in a journey that, until you decide, doesn't actually land or exist, that in and of itself the universe doesn't even know how deep it can go, but it's infinite. And the amount of love you can experience, there is no word in the human dictionary for that amount of love. And you will have a playmate in the sandbox called planet Earth. And the journey that you go on will expand your heart so wide. And it doesn't have to be we can't even call it a soulmate. It's beyond that. That's a word that has connotations that can lead to a lot of codependence. The difference between this kind of love and that kind of love is that this kind of love is the kind of love that actually sets each other free.